Here, talking today about Starfield, because the game reviews of perhaps one of the biggest Xbox games ever have finally dropped, and they're lower than some fans predicted. Unfortunately, I was exactly right. It looks like a really solid 6 out of 10. It's really good. A good 6 out of 10. You guys, after that 2 out of 10 you got from Redfall, this is 3 times better than Redfall.
Nowadays, I guess an 87 Metacritic is a bad score. Well, it's only a bad score when it's an Xbox game. When it's a PlayStation game, oh, that's amazing. A game like Ghost of Tsushima getting an 83, people still said that game was incredible. Spider-Man Miles Morales getting an 85. Final Fantasy 16 getting an 87. Returnal, people love that game, getting an 86. Those are fine. But Starfield getting an 87 Metacritic is bad. Do you see why I loathe these PlayStation fanboys? 87 Metacritic is a hell of a score. And imagine pieces of trash like Saw King bragging about a game like Ratchet and Clank having 1 point higher than a game like Starfield. A game like Ratchet and Clank, where you're a damn squirrel or whatever the hell, a made-up animal with a punk-ass little robot walking around a planet, compared to a massive open-world RPG like Starfield. Imagine comparing a game like Ratchet and Clank to Starfield because it got 1 point higher. They're desperate for a W. PlayStation has no games. PlayStation has increased their price of PlayStation Plus tremendously. So what are they going to do? 87 Metacritic. Oh my God. These guys focus on the 7 out of 10 that IGN and GameSpot gave it. They're conveniently ignoring all of the 10 out of 10s and 9 out of 10s that it got from other sites. Like this pony tagged me in this bullshit. I'll just leave this right here for you guys to figure out. 7.
Who are these niggas?
Yeah, the guy really wants to brag about that 7. Yeah, you bots take it. Y'all got a 7 out of 10. Y'all saw the stupid ass Dreamcast guy clip? This guy said, I was right about Starfield. Get the hell out of here. These guys want Xbox to fail so bad. Starfield is a good game. You know it is a good game. I've been playing it. It's a great game. And the 87 Metacritic. Remember back in the day, if a game got a score in the high 80s, that was a tremendous game. A game in the 80s period. That game was recommended because it was a solid game. Even the game in the 70s was considered a solid game. It was only when games dropped to the 60s or definitely the 50s was it considered a bad game. But just imagine us 87 being a bad score. Oh my God, these guys are running with this. this dude J-Dub, he says, Bethesda just don't miss. Xbox. Now, of course, he has a gif of the guy missing, Nick Young missing a jump shot. Yeah, look at hashtag Starfield, hashtag 7. Hey, these guys need to realize these guys need to be very careful. Spider-Man drops next month. They better hope and pray Spider-Man gets over 87, because me and my fellow Xbox brethren, and we are going to destroy their asses. Be very careful, ponies. Look at this guy hyped. Let's make a moment and laugh at Microsoft's Xbox. Wow.
You smoke crack, don't you?
They love it. They love that a couple sites gave it a 7. That's their focus. That a couple of sites gave it a 7. This is a big W for PlayStation fans. Starfield getting an 87 is a big W for them. Well, they have had a pretty bad year. You know, their third-party exclusives like for Broken was a massive flop. PSVR, another massive flop. Final Fantasy 16 did okay, I guess. But Square Enix signed a deal with Microsoft because being PlayStation exclusives is not enough for Square Enix anymore. And they still have Spider-Man coming out. But don't forget, they had a shitty PlayStation showcase. Their roadmap is absolutely embarrassing at this point. So all they have is to focus on Xbox. And all they can do is act like an 87 Metacritic is a bad score. Ponies are down bad right now. This guy Tripster says, I live for days like this. Another Xbox flop.
Hey, y'all, come look at this.
Another Xbox flop. Starfield getting the 87 is a flop. Whoa, this isn't Redfall, my man. This isn't another Redfall. 87 is a tremendous score. We all know that. I've said it several times already in this video. You guys need some help. Y'all need some help. Because y'all are down bad right now with PlayStation. It's not looking great. Jim Ryan is just the worst leader known to man. He's even worse than Don Matrick. So y'all got to go out there and compare games like Ratchet & Clank to Starfield because it got 1 point higher. Oh my God. So Pony celebrating the 7 out of 10 that IGN gave Starfield. You know, it made people think like, why did IGN give Starfield a 7 out of 10? Now, I am not the guy that goes out there and scream media bias. That's something I try to avoid. But sometimes you got to call it how you see it. This guy, Dan Stapleton, he was the guy that reviewed Starfield. And let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, this guy is not really a fan of Xbox. This tweet is from March 18th, 2022. Xbox tweeted, official Xbox Twitter tweeted, Xbox is a great way to play Xbox. Dan Stapleton, he actually quote tweeted, he said, it is also the worst possible way to play Xbox. Now look, man, this guy prefers PlayStation, but he is a reviewer. He works at IGN. I mean, you know, we know that people have their personal preferences, but when you work for a company like IGN, you should try to hide your bias. You should try to be as neutral as you can be because people depend on you for your honest reviews, your honest opinions. And if you're just a piece of shit like this that goes on Twitter and say stuff like this, it clearly shows you hate Xbox. Now, this is the guy that actually reviewed Starfield, like I said. He's a PlayStation fan, as you see this picture. Listen, man, he's a PlayStation fan. You can be a PlayStation fan. You can be whatever you want. But why would they let this piece of shit review Starfield? I don't get it. 7 out of 10 is not a bad score. But at the same time, what's really going on? Dan Stapleton. The IGN kind of knew maybe their review of Starfield wasn't that great. So look what these pieces of trash did. Look at the date. August 31st, 2023 at 4:06 p.m. They actually said, revisit our review of Forza Horizon 5, which we named IGN's Game of the Year in 2021. Do you know what this tweet says to me? See, we don't hate Xbox like you guys are saying. We actually gave we made Forza Horizon 5 our Game of the Year in 2021. We don't hate Xbox, guys. Do you see this? They literally did this. They tweeted this. It's unbelievable. And I really don't want to focus on IGN. But what is this shit? Even a guy like Paul Tassi, who most people would say he's not the biggest Xbox fan in the world, even he said a 7 out of 10 is genuinely wild to me, but whatever. I've been playing the game. It's definitely not a 7 out of 10 in my opinion. But look, man, everybody has their own opinion. Everybody has their own bias. Their bias is shit. So it is what it is. But you ponies can kiss my entire black ass, and IGN, you can kiss my other black ass. Ponies kiss the left cheek, IGN kiss the right cheek. That's just how I feel. Anyway, I'm about to get out of here. That was stupid what I just said. But anyway, if you like this video, please hit the like button. If you happen to stumble across my channel, you think I'm decent enough, why don't you go ahead and subscribe? And if you subscribe, please hit that notification bell to know when my black ass is doing some new content, baby. All right, everybody. Peace and love. Peace and love. Shit. Damn, man.